Hello and welcome. I'm Anna Wells, the Executive Editor of Industrial Distribution. Today I'll be joined in the studio by ID's editor Andy Szal, and we'll be walking you through the list of the top 50 industrial distributors based on revenue for fiscal year 2021. Yesterday we identified companies numbered 50 through 31, and today we'll walk through 30 through 11, with our top 10 coming tomorrow. $350 million gets you the number 30 spot on this year's list, and that honor goes to Kimball Midwest of Columbus, Ohio. The company has gained 5 spots in the last 2 years alone, and while 2020 brought relatively flat sales, this year's gain was nearly 14%. Kimball Midwest is also opening a 5th location this year, a distribution center in Newtown, Connecticut. Our number 29 company is SBP Holdings, a group of value-added distributorships and the owner of Dakota Fluid Power and Singer Equities, who shared their sales figure with ID but asked us not to reveal it publicly. The past 12 months brought a slew of activity for SBP, including multiple acquisitions and a key divestiture when it sold its Bishop Lifting division to private equity. More recently, SBP has announced the acquisition of Catawba Industrial Rubber Company, Inc. and Coastal Hose and Rubber, Inc., an ad that brings more than 1,000 employees and 78 locations in North America. SBP told ID that areas of further growth appear to be through the food and beverage and construction markets and, geographically, in the Southeast and Mountain States. At number 28 is Lawson Products, a long-standing industry name that's experienced some notable changes in the past year. Right now we'll hear from Andy Szal for more on Lawson.
Chicago-based MRO products distributor Lawson Products saw its annual sales drop amid the pandemic, but its numbers rebounded in the final quarter of 2020, setting the stage for a blockbuster 2021. The company's quarterly sales topped $100 million for the first time ever in the first quarter, then set another record in the second quarter. Its third and fourth quarter totals also crossed the $100 million threshold, enough for a 19% annual sales increase to $418 million, and a jump up to number 28 in the 2021 rankings, from number 32 on the previous list. This year, however, will be Lawson's last on the Big 50. The company in January announced agreements to acquire Test Equity and Gexpro Services from their investment firm owner, and closed the deals in April, establishing a new holding company structure and appointing a new CEO, Cesar Lanuza, to succeed the retiring Michael Decatur. The parent company was renamed Distribution Solutions Group 1 month later. It's also likely the last time we visit the company this early in the roundup. DSG officials said the combined 2021 sales revenue of all 3 operating companies exceeded $1.1 billion, and it closed on 4 additional acquisitions in the first half of 2022.
Endries International takes our number 27 slot, reporting revenues of $431 million, up substantially from $366 million last year. This brilliant Wisconsin-based distributor says that it sees future growth opportunities around continued technology investments that drive operating efficiencies. Just ahead at 26 is Sunnyvale, California's R.S. Hughes, with 2021 sales of $461 million. The company has experienced some serious upheaval above the baseline pandemic challenges. In late 2020, its longtime leader, Pete Biosini, passed away unexpectedly, leading to the appointment of Bill Matthews, a change the company announced in early 2021. With 50-plus warehouse sites in the United States and Mexico, R.S. Hughes maintains an extensive inventory of adhesives, abrasives, electrical, static control, tapes, labeling, and safety products. Our number 25 company is DNC North America of Raleigh, North Carolina, with $480 million in sales. 2021 has been an eventful year for DNC, with the acquisition of the Canadian company Focotis Group. Focotis is an MRO distributor based in Montreal, and the move, says DNC, put the company in a strong position in both the Ontario and Quebec provinces. The distributor adds that its future growth will be supported by continuous investment in technology, as well as through acquisitions. Blackhawk Industrial takes our number 24 slot. The company, with 46 locations and 970 employees, has elected to keep their revenue number private this year. But one thing the Oklahoma-based company has been very public about is its recent string of acquisitions, including 4 in 2021. According to a statement, Blackhawk told ID that the company will continue to use acquisitions to grow its service capabilities, while maintaining the strong local service reputation that these companies have established. Blackhawk lives its strategy of being big enough to serve, small enough to care. True to form, Blackhawk has already completed 5 additional acquisitions so far in 2022. At number 23 on this year's Big 50 is Border States, a Fargo, North Dakota-based company with $537 million in sales. Border States has emphasized a recent rebranding effort and told ID the following, quote, "Our company has grown and changed significantly over the past few decades. This past year, we interviewed customers, vendors, and employee owners to better understand how they perceive us and how they view us in the market. The result? A unified purpose. We believe unstoppable businesses shouldn't go it alone." Additionally, this project uncovered the need to consistently use one name. In the past, BSE, Border States, and Border States Electric are names we commonly use to identify ourselves. We selected Border States as the best choice to represent the broad reach of our business. Number 22 on this year's list is Optimus Solutions, with $637 million in 2021 sales. In 2021, Optimus introduced the customer-centric Forward Faster transformation strategy to purposefully align current and future service offerings to better serve customers and supply partners at a more rapid pace. This strategy was born out of lessons from operating throughout the COVID-19 crisis period and the recent economic reawakening. Earlier this year, ID's Andy Szal spoke with Optimus America's president Daniel Harms, and he had this to say about the initiative.
Forward Faster is really just what we've labeled our transformation journey that we launched last year. Really, we've been investing in people, our processes and technologies, really in an effort to strengthen our distribution operations, increase our manufacturing capacity, as well as enhance our supply chain services that we offer our customers around the globe. And we really went into it with these four guiding principles. I think one was to simplify, really wherever we could. Two was to connect. How do we connect the work that the people do every day to the bigger picture? Three was to drive, this idea of driving accountability through execution. And then four, really, it's about empowering our people, right? How do we make this not a top-down initiative, but something our employees really embrace?
At 21 is the New Jersey-based electrical and industrial distributor Turtle & Hughes, who, like last year, kept their sales number private. While Turtle & Hughes reported no recent acquisitions, they did say that the company is advancing its technical services to customers in both its electrical and integrated supply divisions, and on delivering renewable energy projects as more of its electricity comes from clean sources like wind, solar, and energy battery storage. Cincinnati-based BDI takes our number 20 spot again this year with $824 million in sales. While it may seem obvious after the company's 13% bump in sales year over year, BDI told us that, quote, "all operations during 2021 improved." BDI continues to collaborate with its customers to deliver productivity and cost savings toward customer success. The BDI productivity pipeline, knowledge base, smart supply, and full service integration, Smart Leads, BDI Express, and Active Listening are all BDI tools that the company uses in collaboration with our supplier partners to deliver customer success. At number 19, we have Berkshire Tool Supply Group, or BTSG, who elected to keep their sales figure confidential. Powered by the Berkshire eSupply Network, BTSG is a trusted Industry 4.0 metalworking and MRO national distributor, servicing the industrial marketplace through a fully digitized supply chain with strategically located distribution centers augmented with over 73 final mile delivery points. Its fully integrated e-ordering solution offers 2.5 million SKUs from all the major industrial brands. Our number 18 company is Global Industrial, who cracked the $1 billion mark last year and has done so again. Global Industrial provided the following statement to ID, quote, "We continue to make progress on key digital innovation, sales, marketing, customer, and logistics initiatives, highlighted by the initial phased rollout for our new e-commerce platform, which includes an enhanced user experience for desktop and mobile customers. We believe investments in these areas will strengthen our competitive position, help us drive growth, and allow us to capture additional market share in the highly fragmented industrial distribution marketplace." Global Industrial has since seen a record-breaking start to its 2022, and earlier this year, ID spoke with the company's CEO Barry Litwin about its enviable first quarter and what's been driving success.
We delivered exceptional first quarter performance with record revenue and driven by strong demand and excellent execution across the business. Our associates are really doing an excellent job implementing our ACE strategy. Revenue of $288 million was a quarterly record and improved 15% over the prior year. And actually for the third consecutive quarter, we delivered record gross profit margin. And further, our operating income surpassed 10%. And this is a significant milestone for us as we delivered double-digit operating income for a cumulative 12-month period for the first time in our history. So for the quarter, much of our results were driven by strong public and private sector customer sales, continued growth in our core and private band products, leveraging strong price intelligence capabilities to help ensure competitive pricing, and we saw great demand in Canada.
Global Industrial followed up its first quarter with a record Q2 as well. Edging out Global only slightly, with reported sales of $1.11 billion, is DXP Enterprises at number 17. DXP was hit hard in 2020 with sales declines, but has powered back since, making a flurry of acquisitions in 21 and 22 that include the likes of Premier Water, Cisco Air Systems, Dryden Equipment Inc., and Burlingame Engineers. Sullivan Environmental Technologies Inc. was the company's most recent, a distributor and manufacturer's rep of pumps, valves, controls, and process equipment, focusing on serving the municipal and industrial water and wastewater industry in Ohio, Kentucky, and Indiana. The number 16 company on this year's Big 50 is Ferguson Industrial, formerly known as the Wolseley Industrial Group. Besides the successful completion of its brand transition, the company cites continued growth and alignment within its valve and valve automation business. According to a statement submitted by Ferguson, quote, "The industrial team within Ferguson has had a successful year with robust activity in all its primary industries where we focus. In addition, the industrial group completed 2 acquisitions in fiscal year 22 with the purchase of Uncle Sam Piping Solutions in the upstate of New York, as well as AP Supply, which expands our footprint in the East Texas and Arkansas markets." The next company on our list is an interesting one, and that's because it's a name that's not traditionally been associated with our Big 50 list. Graybar. Andy Szal is here to tell us more about how this company, with a well-known footprint in electrical, has made its way onto our list of industrial distributors.
The St. Louis-based distribution giant, long known for its electronics and telecommunications offerings, makes its debut on the Big 50 this year, after steadily increasing its industrial supply operations in recent years. Graybar acquired Advantage Industrial Automation in 2015 before ramping up its industrial M&A activity of late, acquiring New Jersey's Shingle and Gibb Automation in 2020, California's Stephen Engineering in 2021, and Montreal-based Electromag by its Canadian division also last year. This year, it has added 2 Connecticut distributors, Walker Industrial Products and New England Drives and Controls. Graybar officials also say the distributor has invested in the organic growth of its industrial business by deploying specialized sales teams and expanding its automation and MRO product portfolio. Graybar's number 15 ranking reflects the performance of its industrial and utility vertical in 2021, which accounted for $1.4 billion, or 16% of its overall $8.8 billion in sales revenue last year.
The number 14 company on this year's Big 50 is Distribution Now, with a sales figure surpassing $1.6 billion, essentially flat from the number reported last year. 2019 and 2020 were disastrous for the company, which has had a heavy footprint in oil and gas, and it posted its first profit in 2 years in late 2021. At 13, we see Vallon Distribution with $1.7 billion in sales. Vallon, formerly known as Hagemeyer North America IDG, kicked off 2022 with a change in ownership, as multinational electrical distributor Sonepar agreed to divest the business, selling it to private equity firm Nautic Partners. With roots dating back to 1865, Vallon is a distributor of indirect industrial supplies that covers a broad spectrum of MROP categories. It also provides integrative supply solutions and vendor-managed inventory to individual customer facilities. The company also brands itself as a leader in technical services, with offerings that include safety, equipment inspection, maintenance, certification, and solution design. The number 12 company on this year's list, gaining 2 spots, is FW Web, with 2021 reported annual sales of $1.8 billion, a hearty jump of 20% over the year prior. In 2021, FW Web acquired Western Connecticut wholesale distributor Danbury Plumbing and HVAC Supply Company. Web also opened its 3rd New York City location in West Harlem. FW Web continued expanding its footprint in 2022 with 2 acquisitions: Stritt and Preeb Incorporated, a specialist in industrial valve supply, service, and repair in Buffalo, New York, and VJ Stanley Inc., a wholesale distributor and manufacturer's rep of steam and hydronic products in Rochester, New York. Webb also opened a 70,000 square foot branch with an accompanying 5,000 square foot Frank Webb Home showroom in Egg Harbor Township, New Jersey. Jeff Pope, the company's owner and president, provided the following statement to ID, quote, FW Webb's nearly 1 million square foot distribution center and deep manufacturer relationships allow customers to get what they want when they need it. With more than 100 hubs and 48 showrooms, our extensive inventory and dedicated fleet of trucks reach every corner of the Northeast. The company supports its delivery power with a network of technical engineers, experienced sales professionals, and support specialists with deep expertise in the industry. And rounding out the second segment of our countdown at number 11, we have Worth Industry North America, or WINA. Headquartered in Greenwood, Indiana, WINA is the North American arm of Worth Group, the massive global industrial distributor with 400 plus locations and 80,000 employees. WINA had an active 2021 with 2 acquisitions, including Atlantic Fasteners of Greensboro, North Carolina, and ORR Safety of Louisville, Kentucky. The company also announced a startup with a focus on 3D printing called Worth Additive Group. Thus far in 2022, they've made several more notable announcements, including the plan to open a new facility for Worth Revcar Fasteners, which, at more than 380,000 square feet, would serve as the largest Worth facility in North America. In July, WINA announced it had set a new record for revenue growth through July and was on pace to set a record for sales volume. Stay tuned for more great things to come for WINA. And with that, we'll wrap up part 2 of this year's Big 50 List Countdown. A special thank you to our platinum sponsor, Epicor Software. Be sure to join us tomorrow when we walk through the top 10 companies on this year's list. And a big congratulations to all of the companies we've named thus far. Thanks for joining us.